And now, please welcome our 2020 president, Maurice Hampton from Centered RCG. Maurice has served on many of the association's committees. He is a longtime member and past chair of the Global Real Estate Council and our Finance Committee. He is also a popular instructor at our Realtors Real Estate School. An Illinois Realtors director, Maurice is a Golden R RPAC investor, as well as a President's Circle member.
You know, I believe my purpose in this life is to be a leader in my family, life, community, and I'm so fortunate I get to do this through the world of real estate. The thing about purpose, however, is you never know when it'll actually manifest. I was 25 years old, I was fairly new to real estate, and had just opened my brokerage. As most of you know, getting started in this business isn't easy. I was pouring money into my business, trying to learn as much as I could and understand how I fit into the field. After another long day, I checked my mailbox and found a copy of the Chicago Realtor magazine. On that cover was Zeke Moore's. Seeing Zeke's face on the cover brought me peace, hope, and confirmation that I was on the right path. There was so much power in seeing someone who looks just like you succeed with confidence and humility. Shortly after, I met leaders like Frank Williams, Sonia Anaya, and many more who were also making significant changes at the state, local, and national levels. Meeting them and seeing what was possible helped me realize my own purpose. I knew I needed to fulfill my obligation to become a leader, bringing about change and hopefully be that next same source of hope for the next generation of real estate professionals who are trying to understand what opportunities exist for them. See, I'm a Chicago native, born on a traditionally cold Chicago day in January on the south side at Michael Reese Hospital. South side. My late grandfather, Leonard Hampton Jr., and my great-grandmother, Lily Patterson, set a precedent as the first homeowners in our family. My great-grandmother, who is in the audience with us today, woo! She was born in Arkansas in October of 1918. She's lived through many challenges, including the Great Depression, the Chicago race riots, and everything in between. She's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and still perseveres. She always demands the best. Mediocrity and excuses have no place in our lives. It is because of her I understand that leadership demands excellence, compassion, and faith. This lesson and many others were taught from her home, our home base, in the South Shore community. At her feet, I learned lessons on how to be great, stand up straight, put your best foot forward, articulate, articulate, articulate. Take care of our bodies and take care of those around us. My mother, Cherie, also in the audience, one of my best friends, partner in crime, and earthly guide. She's an extension of my great-grandmother. She's had a successful career with the Chicago Department of Public Health, the Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, and the Illinois Department on Aging. She, too, enforced the importance of fulfilling your civic duty, creating equitable opportunities, working hard and being the best you can be, and never giving or accepting excuses. See, when I was a kid, my mom had a dream of living downtown Chicago. She put the work in, she worked hard, and by the time I was in second grade, we were living at 880 North Lakeshore Drive. Yeah. We stayed downtown until I was in high school, when we moved back to the South Side to a home that was perfect for our family needs. In every home, though, we've lived, We've created amazing memories, laughed, danced, cried, and I feel so fortunate for these experiences. These experiences are what make me me. Coming from a lineage of homeowners, I've always valued homeownership for financial reasons, community reasons, but also for what home ownership means for families. Home is a place where people can feel safe, be themselves, and create memories like we've enjoyed. A home is not only a place where the Lilies and Cheries can pour into their families, but it's also where the fathers like mine in the audience today and grandfathers can perform their duties to create a family lineage they can be proud of. So as I graduated high school with the love of home ownership and real estate, I went on to college to study healthcare management. Well, as I'm sure is for the same of many of you in the room, my career in real estate wasn't linear. I'd initially had my life planned out. I'd be a doctor, homeowner, husband, father, and millionaire. And it started off much that way. I graduated from college, accepted a role in healthcare, and it was then I realized that my purpose for being there was to meet my beautiful wife. See, at that job, I met the soulmate that I will travel with through eternity from now until forever. Professionally, however, I was quite set. Yeah. The job wasn't setting me on fire, y'all, okay? I was bored. I felt a calling to find another avenue to affect greater change and make a bigger impact in people's lives. Around the same time, I purchased my first home and our first investment property. During these transactions, the light bulb went off. I was hooked. I loved the idea that I could help set a precedence of home ownership in other families, just as mine had for me. That's when I earned my license, opened my own brokerage, and then had the honor to meet and be coached by the real estate leaders I mentioned before. I've fallen in love with this industry as I uncovered opportunities to continue my family's legacy of greatness, civic service, and ensure everyone can achieve the American dream of home ownership. As I continue this journey, I've learned that there is a distinct difference between being a realtor and a broker. Realtors transform communities. Realtors influence public policies that impact our private property rights. Now, while we've made great strides in our industry, we have a long way to go. Our neighborhoods were not created fair or equal, and people in our community still don't have access to the same opportunities. As realtors, we have a duty to provide equitable housing opportunities for all. One of my favorite quotes from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King goes, Jr., if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. We owe it to ourselves and our city to continue to be waymakers, to solve the challenges that many of our communities are facing. So where do we begin? The good news is we've started. The Chicago Association of Realtors is at the forefront of change. Last year, we reaffirmed our commitment to fair housing and issued a public apology for the role real estate professionals have historically played in building inequitable neighborhoods. We've since hosted classes and seminars to address fair housing issues. Next week, we launch our diversity committee. Yes, the 77. For those of you that know the importance of 77, there's 77 communities in our neighborhood, and we're ensuring in our community, and we're ensuring none of them are left behind. our market is shifting. If we want to continue to be waymakers, we need to stay educated. Our Realtors Real Estate School is top-notch, and I'm proud to serve as a trainer for a number of our courses. We're also presented with new technologies, in addition to new generations of home buyers and sellers with different needs. To stay competitive, we need to not only take these courses, but share our expertise with our colleagues and continue to be the loudest cheerleaders for the Realtors Real Estate School. We are also in an increasingly global society. Chicago attracts investors and residents from all over the world. I've been deeply involved in our Global Real Estate Council. Woo! And I'm a certified international property specialist designee and trainer. In my travels, it's consistently underscored how many eyes are on Chicago and how competitive we remain, despite headlines. I say this humbly, the world needs us and all we have to offer. By amplifying our connections with neighbors around the globe, we can ensure our communities continue to have opportunities to grow, thrive, and attract the best jobs and talent, as evidenced by the Fortune 500 companies that continue to call our city home. Chicago is the place to be. As we continue to work across the globe, we cannot forget about our own backyard. We need to ensure we continue to deepen our relationships with elected officials to protect private property rights for ourselves and our clients. This means advocating for more affordable housing, finding fiscal solutions that don't take advantage of homeowners, and fighting against issues like rent control and increased property taxes. Our CAR government and external affairs team is growing. I encourage everyone here today to do your part. Get involved. Our advocacy helps to spur economic development, to keep each of our 77 neighborhoods vibrant. It's a heavy lift. I'm not here to tell you the road is going to be easy, but I know we can accomplish these things together. We have leaders who are committed to moving us forward. After all, we're Chicagoans, and we're Realtors, which means we're resilient, we're hardworking, and we care about our communities. I'm so blessed to carry out my role as president, but this lift isn't mine alone. I work alongside the best and brightest talent our city, state, and nation have to offer. All these individuals freely give of their time, funds, and ideas. Our association is made up of dedicated leaders, directors, chairs, vice chairs, committee members, and a family of 16,500 Realtor members in Chicago who can make a change in our city and our industry. We also have incredible industry partners to help us in our journey, like Illinois Realtors and our MLS partner, MRED. I must give a special thanks to my family for their committee leadership, their commitment to my pursuit of excellence. I want to again thank my wife, Brandy. You are my business partner and soulmate. Thank you for your continuous support. And thank you for your understanding during the many, many, many days and nights that I'm on this pursuit. I want to thank my children, Kree and Kai. You continue to teach me, and your endless inspiration, laughter, and love is priceless. I want to thank our past presidents and incoming leadership for all you have and continue to do for our association. I want to thank so many others who continue to advance our industry, especially Zeke Morris, who's on track to become the first African-American president of the Illinois Realtors. When I started on this journey and asked Zeke to be my mentor, he graciously accepted, of course, and he left me with one quote. Zeke told me, "To whom much is given, much is required." We sit in this room today with so much to be grateful for. It's time for us to give. Last year, we unveiled a new mission statement that reads, "The Chicago Association of Realtors unites all facets of the industry as a leading advocate for real estate, driving realtor business success and economic development of our communities." Our new strategic plan outlines how we will achieve this mission with an emphasis on member services, outreach, and organizational development. During my stint working in healthcare at Rush University Medical Center, a colleague, Alberta Ware, reminded me, "Be the change you want to see in the world." We all bring such unique talents to the world. My ask of you this evening is to hone those skills and keep in mind that Chicago is a world-class city, and we the people are an essential part of its fabric. This is a place where people want to live, work, and play. It's a place where every community can thrive. It's a place where realtors can be synonymous with civic leaders. I'm excited to work with each of you to advance our association, our neighborhoods, and our industry. Before I go, I do have one very important favor to ask. I mentioned earlier that my great-grandmother Lily is in the audience. And in 6 days, she has another birthday coming up. Woo! Grandmother will be turning 101. And I ask you to join me tonight in singing her a very special happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear grandmother. Happy birthday.